Monday. I'm back. Happy Marvelous Monday. It's your girl Tyece. I am tuning in from Maryland. This is a brand new channel, so I ask that you like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you continue to be informed as I bring you more videos just like this one, and share my video if you do not mind. I would appreciate it because even if you can't use this information, someone you know, this may be just what the doctor ordered, okay? So that's just my little spin on it, you all. But this video is going to be talking about my first therapy appointment and how it made me feel, some of the things that happened. And on this channel, I'll be sharing. Um, I'm on a I'm on the road to healing, and I wanted to share some of the things that has happened in my life. I may not share everything because some things are really, all of it's hard. Nothing is easy, but I'm trying to break out of my shell, you all. I've had a wall up for so many years, and my goal is just to be able to help someone know that they're not alone because a lot of us someone was, I'm hearing a lot of people sharing their stories, and this is something I've been wanting to do for many years. And like I said, I've had a wall up and I've held a lot of things. I hold things. If you know me, you know that I'm very private, but I realize there's a lot of people that could know, a lot of people that can benefit from me sharing my story. Okay, so it's not to brag, it's not to boast. And I also will be leaving a link below because while I'm on this journey, of course there's been a lot of hardship, and this is a separate channel. I do have another channel, but right now this channel is just all about healing, sharing my story, and hoping that it can help someone else. Okay, so if you want to leave a comment, you are more than welcome to leave a comment below, because you never know, it may help the next person. And I'll definitely, respond to your comments to the best of my ability. I'm not going to do this every day. I'm kind of still sorting out so many things in my life, so I don't want to put this on a schedule, but I may be bringing some lives, and I told you a little bit later. We'll get into some of the videos, may have you crying, some may have you happy, shouting, all kinds of different things, you all. But the number one goal is for you all to know you're not alone. We are all in this together, and we're going to get through this together. I'm looking out the window now. I see we're going to have some light snow coming. I think we're going to have like a mixture, but I'm just so grateful to be able to do this channel because this has been something I have supposed to have done many years ago. So this video is going to be talking about my first therapy appointment, because for me to be able to heal and become the best version of myself, I finally realized that I cannot do this alone. Even though I know I have not been alone, the good Lord above has been with me since day one. There are other things that I need to put into place. So if you're watching this video and you're going through things now, or you have went through, I've been going through this through life, dealing with some of these things for a very long time, you all. And I now realize that I need to have some other people to work with me so I can become the best person that I can possibly be to move on forward with my life. I am 53. I am living in Maryland. I have lived in the Washington, D.C. area pretty much all my life, okay? All my life, different parts. So I'll get into some of that a little later. Like I said, I'm not going to go in no particular order with these videos. Whatever comes to my mind at this point, I'm just going to be sharing it, okay? So this is talking about my therapy appointment. I had my first therapy appointment, and I'm so happy. I have to give myself a pat on the back. Y'all don't even understand. I remember many years ago, starting therapy with someone or get ready to start the process, and then I kind of backed out. and then I started again, and then I don't remember even what happened with that, but we are here. And the good thing to know is I started my first therapy appointment, and the appointment was on February the 20th. Super excited, you all. I shared it with my mom and my brother more in details, but I'm here to share with you from what I can remember, you all. I may not tell y'all every single thing, but the goal is for you to know it's never too late. If you don't get anything from this video, know that it's never too late. You will have to put some work in to take, I also have homework that I have to do, and I'm going to stick with it this time because there's no time like the present, and I know that better days are ahead. Okay, so I met with her. I do not know the lady's name right now, but as time, I did write everything down. She did give me some things to work on for our next session. I think I'm kind of doing like every 2 weeks, and they also have some other resources I'll get into a little later. I told I want to just kind of start small. I don't want to overwhelm myself, but the goal is I really like her. I was very concerned about starting therapy and I'm not going to open up if I don't feel I have a hard shell. I'm coming out, y'all. I'm trying to come out, but I'm not going to open up to someone that I don't feel comfortable with opening up to. The first initial therapy class was amazing. Okay, was amazing. Like the lady, it's like God answered my prayers because I am looking forward to my next session with her. Okay, so I prayed about it and it happened. So we get on the call. It's on a Zoom. She sends me a link because I called the office, scheduled an appointment, and before we got off the call, she said, "Okay, Tyece, how do you want to do this? How often you want to meet?" And so I'm gonna keep my schedule for every 2 weeks because I want to become the best version of myself, and I'll keep y'all posted, let y'all know how it's going, and things of that sort. So one of the things that was very important to me was that like an interview, I wanted to actually continue sessions with this lady and that she wanted to continue with me. So it goes both ways, I assume, but it like exceeded my expectations. She was wonderful. Okay. I went walking that day and I felt very, very good. So I shared it with my mom and my brother. So they've been a huge support system in my life throughout this journey, even though I've kind of my mom, I will go into that enough. That's another video. I'm trying to tell y'all I got too many things going off in my head right now, but I don't want to go too off. Let me stick to the subject at hand. So one of the things I learned by myself into this, I'm just gonna talk to y'all like I'm talking to my friends. Okay. Y'all are like y'all are like my friends. I'm gonna talk to y'all just like I'm talking to someone I know, like, love, and trust, and all that good stuff mixed in the bowl. Okay, y'all gonna become a part of my family. I already feel it. So let's get into it. Um, let's skip the friends. Y'all gonna be becoming a part of my family. That's what we gonna say. Okay, I'm feeling good today, so I'm gonna run with it. So I had a partial hysterectomy many years ago, and she first told me, she asked my age, we she kind of started talking, and she said during our sessions we could talk about anything. So I some type of way, depending on the question she asked, I let her know I had a partial hysterectomy, and she said first thing you need to understand, a year after you had that, you became into menopause. I didn't have the full one, so that kind of brought me like the bells rung, like, wow, okay, so anyone that's watching this video, women with menopause, um we go through changes in our life. Lord, do we go through some changes. Okay, that's for another video, but it placed me into that. Okay, with my partial, I did not know that. So I have a hormonal imbalance. It has affected me big time. It changes my moods. So along with life has always been lifing for me for many, many years. I've also, when I did that partial hysterectomy, I had no idea that it placed me into menopause a year after. Let that sink in. So it's not all in my mind. No, it's not. Some of this came, some of these things came, but one of the things I got, you all, loss and just different things that's happened in my life, and you'll learn more as I do these videos. Um, you gotta tackle this stuff. You cannot think. Even the strongest person, I don't know who in the world I thought I was, the strongest person, you still have to take care of yourself. And as you age, one of my takeaways is we have our pastors, we do have the good Lord above. If you're a praying person, you may have your friends, you may have different people. Sometimes you need people that works in a particular area. You still can keep the good Lord above or whoever you pray to. That's always a given. That helps us with day to day. But with me, I am now implementing different things to, kind of putting different pieces to my puzzle together so I can become the better version of myself. And one of the things was therapy. I needed that. I need that. I needed that many years ago. But for whatever reasons, I didn't do it. But we're here now, 2026 and beyond. I'm going to continue this on this therapy because I've let so many things happen, and all life does is things just continue to happen. So it kind of just keeps, things keeps coming on. Life happening every day, and it becomes a point where it just like things explode, and then I'm like, how did I get here? And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just too much. You already have things with, loss and just different things happening, my mom having a divorce or, different things happening in my life, okay? Abuse, mental, physical. I mean, your mental and physical is abuse. Both is still abuse, okay? I've had so many things. And then, you're trying to put work in there, you're trying to raise children, you have so many other things happening and it just becomes too much. So I want to tell you all, whatever you need to do to take care of yourselves, do it. She also, like I said, it's going to be shorter videos, longer. This look like it's going to be a little longer. So I'm also walking. No, I'm not doing every day, but I'm working on it. Today is doing something outside. So when I finish this video, I'm going to take a walk. I'll come back and finish, some more videos. But walking does something for our minds. I'm telling you, I'm starting to notice when I get out and walking, I feel better. So that's one of the things, walking, exercising, or whatever you need to do to stimulate your minds. I'm also going to be, my church I do church online right now, but I'm going to be actually going into the church. They have different things that they're doing. So they have ministry exercise or something like that. I'm going to start to do that. I'm going to start to do more because I've kind of secluded myself, you all. I still do my work, do things I need to do to take care of myself. But the best has yet to come. The best has absolutely yet to come. But that was one of the big takeaways for me was the hormonal imbalance, and I wrote it down. That on top of other things, over time can just spiral out of control. Okay. I don't do drugs. I've never did drugs or anything like that. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. Let's just say that I don't drink. I don't drink. Um, I like to keep myself um, in control. And I've seen a lot of different things that I've heard, and some of the things I've seen in my life has got me to where I am today. far as not doing it. It's not like I never drunk, and it's not like occasionally, let's just keep it 100. I may have wine or something like that occasionally, but I'm not a drinker. I like to be in control. I like my mind to be clear and to know what's going on. All right, so that's it. But one of the another takeaway from this is our parents did the best they could with what they had. So we have to forgive them. Oh, my mom, and we'll talk about that. It's so many different layers to this, you all. It's so many different layers, but I have a beautiful mom. Um, she kind of wished that she could have done some different things in her life. And my therapist mentioned something about that. I gotta kind of piggyback off of that again when I talk to her. But me and my mom have a phenomenal relationship, just so we can get that out there. Okay, she's been one of my biggest supporters. She's never judged me and never, um, Jesus,